All right, good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to another review of a weapon from the season of the Splicer. Today we're talking about the LMG Shattered Cipher, which you can earn by reaching rank 30 on the season pass or by completing the seasonal activity override to get a random roll randomly in the world before you get to rank 30. All right, they do drop before you get to rank 30 on the season pass, so you don't have to worry about having to get to that rank and unlocking the weapon. You just have to fight RNG to get it. So let's hop into the breakdown. All right, so Shattered Cipher is going to be a 900 RPM LMG. It's void. Okay, its base stats are basically impact is 25, the range is about a 28, the stability is a 40, the handling is a 41, the reload speed is a 66, the aim assist is 64, the zoom is 16, and its recoil direction is a 45. I apologize. All right, it's got a very deep magazine, which is a magazine of 75, and its time to kill is around 4.5 seconds. All right, pretty lethal. Okay, so what can I say about this LMG here? All right, it's a rapid fire frame, just like the Delirium and the Avalanche, and it's just a pretty decent LMG. Nothing really special here. So it's another void weapon. It's 900 RPMs. I feel like Bungie crutches on void weapons for some reason. We have a lot of them in certain categories, and then we have a lot of them that we are missing a lot of them in others. But that's the same for a lot of other archetypes and element types in the game as well. So I'm really just singling out void at this point in this video. But outside of that, it is a very smooth shooting 900 RPM. Doesn't have too much of a kick, doesn't have too much of a rattle to it either, like the Delirium or the Avalanche. Recoil wise, I feel like it beats out both of those weapons pretty decent. Now I bring up the Delirium here because the Delirium has not, had a perk called Killing Tally. We haven't seen that perk be reworked or revamped and put back into the game in any way, shape, or form. And I was hoping that they would do that this season, since or sometime this year. Maybe they'll do it next season, because they've been bringing back perks and revamping perks and kind of like taking little bits and pieces of them, putting it into other perks. And I thought that would have been one of them. And I feel like they kind of took a little bit of that from Killing Tally and put that into other weapon perks like heating up and tunnel vision and all that stuff. Anything that has like a stackable set on it, where you can build up stacks. I feel like those perks kind of take from that, but that's always been around. Just like Feeding Frenzy got the revamp, and Rapid Hit got the revamp with those stacks too, right? So it's a missed opportunity to me, because LMGs are not in a really good place at this point. But anyway, this weapon feels like it's good, all around. It's good all around in the heavy slot. But the problem is it's an LMG, and right now LMGs just aren't cutting the slack with the DPS anywhere. LMGs and Crucible are always going to be pretty good if you can get your shots in, but you have a limited amount of ammo, and you got to go fight for heavy spawns. Whereas LMGs in PvE kind of useless at this point. I mean, I can go in and I can kill a bunch of miners and trash mobs, but it doesn't really help me in boss fights. It doesn't really help me against majors too often. I can't laser them down or anything like that, which it would be nice to have a heavy weapon that actually did some damage, like how they did the linear fusion rifle buff, or how they did the rocket launcher buff, or how they brought in swords and keep trying to nerf those and they still slap. Like it needs to have something behind it in order to make it viable, and right now I just feel like it's not viable for anything other than a bounty from one of the vendors. So let's go over the perks, and I'll give you my recommendations on what I think are the best in slot. Okay, so for the perks, all right, same thing as usual, like the last couple of videos. We have every single one of the barrel mods on this weapon. All right, they've seemed to be giving us some good options here, and not just giving us a few select ones to make this weapon crappy, which I like that. I like the fact that they're throwing that stuff in there. In the second column here, again, we have pretty much every single magazine perk almost. I see a few missing, but for the most part for LMGs, it's working out pretty well here, so you don't have to worry about that. I think the best one obviously is going to be accurized rounds. And then we move over to the last two slots, and for those, I am really disappointed. All right, First up here, we have Tunnel Vision, one of the new perks for the season. We have Heating Up, another new perk for the season. We have Field Prep. We have Under Pressure. We have Slideways. And then we have Auto Loading Holster. Okay. In the final slot here, we have Unrelenting. We have Snapshot. We have Surrounded. We have Zen Moment. And we have Rampage, as well as Adrenaline Junkie. Okay. Now, I am super disappointed because these two columns should have more. Okay. Like, there's no reason that they shouldn't have any other definitive perks that make this stand out. And I feel like there's nothing in this pool that makes this stand out. Okay. It upsets me to see this type of perk pool on a weapon like this. It could have been great. It could have been one of those, hey, listen, I need that LMG right now because of this list. But this lineup right here just makes me sad. Just makes me honestly sad. So let's get on over to the recommendations for God rolls. Okay, so for PvE, the recommended that I'm going to go with here, and I got 2 slots every single time. I'm always going to give you at least 2 to 3 different rolls in every slot here. Okay, remember that. So I got 2 slots for you here in PvE. I'm going to go with Auto Loading Holster, and then I'm also going to go with either Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie. All right, and then my second slot here is going to be Heating Up with with Rampage. Okay, now let me give you the specifics for this. If you want constant uptime of your perks, I'd go with the second set that I gave you, which was Heating Up and Rampage, because you could just constantly burr, right? Just constantly go burr. If you want something more of a burst style kind of setup where, you know, you dump out the entirety of the clip, but you also have a stack of damage bonus, I would go with the Auto Loading Holster and Adrenaline Junkie, but you can also swap out Adrenaline Junkie for Rampage if you just want to spam it out. Get rid of your entire clip, switch out to a different weapon, let that thing reload in your back pocket, and then go about your business. And then for PvP, again, 2 sets of perks here, not really much to diffuse with that. So we're gonna go with Tunnel Vision with Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie, and then the secondary backup is, or not backup, but the secondary is going to be Under Pressure with Unrelenting or Rampage. Okay, so my reasoning behind going with Tunnel Vision or Rampage, Tunnel Vision with Rampage or Adrenaline Junkie, again, there's not really anything special here, and it's in PvP. You get that going, it might be kind of cool. Same thing with Heating Up. Now, I didn't pick Heating Up for a specific reason here. Again, it's not too much of an option, and I want the stability to be able to get the kill, right? But having either Tunnel Vision or Rampage set up there or Adrenaline Junkie set up there means I can go in, grab that heavy spawn, throw that grenade down, and just immediately go to town. Same thing with Rampage. I get one little tiny kill off of somebody, and that means the other kills are going to be pretty much a knockdown. Granted, I hit my shots and I have health. But I'm going to favor more of the Under Pressure, Unrelenting side of life, because for those of you who don't know and who come and watch me over there on twitch.tv/Roads of Silence, I really love Unrelenting. That's one of my favorite perks. I actually love it in PvP a lot. I seem to always proc it. Doesn't really bother me about the proc timing on it, but it's pretty fun perk. And I think this would be beneficial with Under Pressure, because again, you don't have that much ammo when you go to the heavy spawn anyway, so then they kind of feed off of each other here. You get the Under Pressure bonuses with the stability and the accuracy of it, and then you get the potential risk of you going in face first with this gun and just slamming everybody and then getting your health back. So it's not too bad. All right, so overall, what is my recommendation on this weapon? To be honest, there's nothing on here that makes it or breaks it for me. All right, I thought they would have given this a few more perks, like I said before, that we haven't seen, or maybe some reprises or reworks for LMGs, especially since it's a 900 RPM with this magazine size, but they didn't. And my thinking with that is the reason they didn't do this was because they wanted it. They didn't want anything in PvE that was just constantly going brr all day long in the heavy slot. So I understand that part of it, but I just really would have liked to see something different here, since it's bringing back basically, you know, or it has this nice stability feeling to it. It's pretty stable. It's a really stable LMG. But it's nothing to really go hunt down or even really try to like get some god rolls on or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you can use this with any roll actually. But I would definitely hunt for the ones that I specifically said. Those are going to be the 4 that I'm kind of like looking out for, and if I can get maybe 1 or 2 of them, I'll be fine with that. Obviously, this is going to have like the option for double perks on it too. So it's not really one I recommend here. I'm gonna say you can pass on it if you don't really want LMGs, and if you don't really want it, you know, just give it right up, delete that thing. But it is a good weapon to have for the collections if you must have it. Okay. So yeah, if you have this weapon, sound off in the comment section down below. Let me know which roles you have and how farming for this weapon is going for everybody. All right. Also, that's the end of the video. All right, this review is probably one of the longer ones, just because of the ranting, but I'm okay with that. If this video was helpful to you, make sure you click that like button and also the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want to see more content from me in the future, and if you're liking the review so far. Also, I am back to streaming again over at twitch.tv/Roads of Silence. I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. I'll be streaming later tonight after this goes live. So if you want to come hang out, ask me some questions or anything like that, you're more than welcome to come join us and chat and hang out with us there too. So until the next video, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.